Guys. So there's two ways of doing this one. I'll show you do it. You can get 21% of 380. So you do 380 multiplied by 21%, and you go 380 multiplied by 21%. You get this number here, which is 79 €80. That's your VAT. You add it on to the original 380, and you get an answer of €459.80. Now the quicker way of doing this is not to use 21%, but actually to use 121%. 121% adds on 21%. 115% adds on 15%. Likewise, 85% takes away 15%. If I said 60%, you'd be taking away 40%. If I said 160%, you'd be adding on 60%. So it's just a quicker way of doing the maths for it. So you do 380 multiplied by 121, shift to percent, and there you go, same answer, 459.80. It's just a bit more streamlined and a bit faster. Okay. Now, when VAT of 21% is included, the price of a laptop increases by €130.20. Find the cost of the laptop including VAT. Well, this must mean that 21% is €130.20. Now, if you're talking about the cost of the laptop without VAT, that'd be 100%. But you're talking about the cost of the laptop with VAT, so that'd be plus the other 21%, which gives you 121%. I'm trying to figure out what 121% is. So in order to do this, I need to figure out what 1% is. So if I get €130.20 and I divide it by 21, I get €6.20. €6.20 is 1%. And then I multiply it by 121 to find out what 121% is, which is €750.20. So essentially, you're getting your €130.20. You're dividing it by 21, and you're multiplying it by 121. Okay. Now, question C. This one's been not too bad so far. A printer's price at this including VAT. Find how much VAT is included in the printer. Well, if it's including VAT, it's 121%. 121% is €290.40. The VAT is responsible for 21%. So if I find out what 1% is, so you're going to get my 290.40. I'm going to divide it by 121 to figure out what 1% is. I get €2.40. Then I'm going to multiply that by 21 to figure out what 21% is. And you're going to get €50.40. Okay. Now D. On September 1st, the standard rate of VAT was reduced from 23% to 21%. The company bought 30 computers in September, all at the same price. The company calculated that it saved €336 due to the reduction in the VAT rate. Find the price of one computer before VAT has been added. Okay, this is a tricky old question. Okay, so much so I'm going to have to think about it. Okay, so here's my idea. When you add on 23%, it's 123%. That's how much you'd be charged for the computer. But instead, you're charged 21%, which would mean you're getting charged 121% of the computer's price worth. Now, if you take those two away from each other, realistically, your savings are 2%. You've made 2% savings. All right. Now, this is 336 savings, but that's over 30 computers. So price saved per computer, so your price saved per computer would be 336 divided by 30, which is €11.20. Now, this means your 2% you're saving per computer is €11.20. Now, the price of the computer before VAT is added is 100%. So if I just make this 50 times bigger, because 2 turns into 100 by multiplying by 50, so I can get my €11.20, I can multiply it by 50, I get €560 for one computer. If you want, you can divide by, you can find out what 1% is by dividing by 2, and you get €5.60. When you divide €11.20 by 2, then just multiply by 100 to get €560. Okay, fun times, lads. Question 2. Plot and label Z1, Z2, and Z1 plus Z2 on the Argon diagram. Alright, so Z1 is minus 3 across and 4 up. Minus 3 across, 4 up. There's your Z1. Z2, 4 across and 3 up. There's your Z2. Add Z1 and Z2 together, no hassle. So add minus 3 and 4 together. 4 minus 3 is 1. Add 3i and 4i together, 7i. So 1 plus 7i, there's my Z1 and Z2. Now, next question says, is Z3 equals Z1 divided by Z2? And Z1 divided by Z2 is minus 3 plus 4i over 4 minus 3, I believe. Oh, sorry, 4 plus 3i. Now, to do this type of question, you need to do what's called a conjugate. You need to get the conjugate of the bottom number. And as you said before, it's changed to find the conjugate of Z3. You change what's in the middle, so it's going to be 4 minus 3i. You turn into a negative. Now you're going to multiply top and bottom by these numbers. Okay? And technically speaking, you're going to need your brackets. Alright, so you're going to need all these brackets right here. We're going to multiply them out. And what we should get here is we're going to get, so we're multiplying the two of these, so that's going to be minus 12 minus 9i. That's going to be 16i. That's going to be 4i by 3i, which is minus 12i squared. Minus 12i squared is in fact plus 12. On the bottom, it's 4 times 4 is 16. It's going to be minus 12i. When you multiply everything out, so 4 times 4, 4 times 3i, 3i times 4, and then 3i times minus 3i is all the multiplying we're going to do on the bottom. Okay, so 4 times 4 is 16, 4 times minus 3i is minus 12i, 3i times 4 is plus 12i, and then 3i by minus 3i is minus 9i squared, and minus 9i squared is in fact plus 9. What should happen here is the two of them will cancel. What we're going to be left with on top is minus 12 plus 12 cancels. Okay. Now I think I made a mistake earlier because minus 3 by 3i is actually plus 9i. So 9i plus 16i is 25i. And 25i over 25, because your 6 plus your 9 is 25, it's just going to give you 1i. That's your answer for that one. Okay. C. Find, oh no, this is an interesting one. So it wants us to use the conjugate of Z1. Alright. So Z1 is minus 3 plus 4i. So the conjugate of Z1, once again, change that part there, is going to be minus 3 minus 4i. Right, so that's Z1. Minus 3 minus 4i. Z2 is 4 plus 3i. So minus Z2 is minus 4 plus 3i, which is going to be minus 3 minus 4i minus 4 minus 3i minus 7 minus 7i. Okay, so we found out what Z1, conjugate of Z1, take away Z2 is. And the next thing we got to do is find out its length, because these two perpendicular lines mean the length of this. Okay, so if you remember correctly, it's the real part squared plus the imaginary part squared. So it's going to be the real part of minus 7 squared plus another minus 7 squared. You're going to have to enter all this into the calculator. Square root minus 7 squared plus minus 7 squared, 7 root 2. Okay, and it says the answer has to be in the form p root q. So that means 7 root 2, where p and q are elements of n. That means they're natural numbers. 7 and 2 are both natural numbers. Okay, next one. Show that this is a root of the following equation. Well, if something's a solution or a root, when you replace x with that number, it should cause it to balance. Let's find out. So it's going to be 16, 4 squared 16, take away 8, take away another 8, equals 0. 16 minus 16 equals 0, and 0 equals 0. Okay, that was worth 10 marks apparently, which is absolutely ludicrous. Next one. It wants us to form a quadratic equation where a and b are whole numbers. That's what this means. A, b is m and z, means it's integers. It wants us to find the value of a and b. Now we have two answers here. The answer we have is x equals 5 and x equals minus 2. Now we're going to go in reverse. So we're going to get x minus 5 equals 0 and x plus 2 equals 0. Then what you're going to notice then is that these two guys are the factors. And if you multiply the two of them by each other, you will get the original equation. Okay, so we're going to multiply these two by each other to get the original equation. X times x is x squared, x times 2 is 2x, minus 5 times x is minus 5x, minus 5 times 2 is minus 10. You're going to add the middle part, and then we're going to get x squared minus 3x minus 10 equals 0. Compare it. It should be x squared plus ax plus b according to the question. This means your a value is minus 3 and your b value is minus 10. Okay. Now, next question, which is also extremely easy. Find the solution to this given each answer correct to 2 decimal places. We're just going to use the minus b formula. A is 5, b is minus 2, minus b is plus 2 when you multiply both sides, and c equals minus 9. You're going to write down your formula. Okay, minus b is 2, plus or minus the square root of minus b squared, which is, sorry, b squared is minus 2 squared minus 4 times 5 times minus 9, all over 2 times 5. You're going to throw it into the calculator. 2 plus square root minus 2 squared minus 4 times 5 times minus 9 all over 2 times 5. Alright, now it says to 2 decimal places, so I'm going to change it. 1.556. 56 rounds up to 60, so that's going to be 1.56. Okay, next one, we go up and we change it to a minus. And you see it's minus 1.156. Once again, 56 rounds off to 60, so it's going to be minus 1.16. Okay, there's your two answers for question 3. Now, this one here, question 4. 4 times 2x is 8x. 4 times 3 is 12. Take away 7 equals 3 times x, which is 3x minus 15. X element R means it can be a decimal or a fraction answer. Then we're going to get 8x plus 5 equals 3x minus 15. The minus 15 and the 8x aren't going to move because we want anything with an x to the left and anything without an x to the right. We're going to get 8x minus 3x equals minus 5 minus 15. 5x equals minus 20. And then divided by 5, minus 20 divided by 5, x equals minus 4. Okay, so that is question 4 done. Now, if you're on to 4b, this is simultaneous equation, one linear and one quadratic. The linear is the one that has no x squareds in it or no x multiplied by y's, and the quadratic is the second one. Using the linear, get one letter on its own. If I was to get x on its own, I'd get 2x equals, bring the y to the other side, it'd be 7 plus y, and then you have to divide by 2. Now at ordinary level, there's no need to be dealing with fractions. Although that's correct, I made life hard on myself because it's much easier to get another letter on its own. Okay, so we should have tried y. So let's try this again. Bring 2x to your side again, minus y equals 7 minus 2x. Multiply both sides by minus, or quite simply change the signs, and you get minus 7 plus 2x. And that's a much easier substitution than a fraction. Once you've isolated one of the letters on its own, you then attempt to do the quadratic equation, which is the one underneath. Anywhere you see y, which is here, you replace it with minus 7 plus 2x. So there's minus 7 plus 2x. Okay. Now what this means is, it means minus 7 plus 2x multiplied by another minus 7 plus 2x. That's what it means when it's squared. Okay. So we're going to have to do minus 7 plus 2x multiplied by another minus 7 plus 2x. So the x squared stays where it is. And now we're going to multiply this one out. Minus 7 by minus 7 is 49. Minus 7 by 2x is minus 14x. 2x by minus 7 is minus another 14x. And finally your 2x by your 2x is your 4x squared. We're going to bring over the 49 to become minus 49 equal to 0. Your choice how you finish it off. X squared plus 4x squared is 5x squared. Minus 14 minus 14 is minus 28x. 49, take away 49 is 0. Okay. So there's two answers for this. I'll do it the quick way, which is like this. I factorize out x and I get 5x minus 28. You're going to get an x value of 0. Because when two numbers multiply by each other and they make 0, the yellow number multiplies by the blue number and the answer is 0. That means one of the numbers must be 0. And then it'd be 5x minus 28 equals 0. and then you just get 5x equals 28, and x equals 28 over 5 is the second answer. Now, some people be inclined to use the minus b formula here, in which case a is 5, b is 0, sorry, b is minus 28, minus b is plus 28, and the c value is 0 because it's not even there. Then I go to my calculator, I use the minus b formula, the a value is still 5, the c value is non-existent, the b value is minus 28, which I'll change here, and then the minus b value is plus 28. One of the answers was 0, as I suspected, and the second answer is 28 over 5, also as I suspected. Anything I entered in the calculator, make sure you put it on your paper there for the minus b formula. Happy days. Okay, I'm going to stop it there.